Let's dive into our first topic, image reading. Now, image reading is the capacity or ability to see more details in the given image. So it is the ability to absorb or extract as much information as you can out of the given image or object or whatever you're looking at. Now, there are few people who are good at it and there are few people who are average. However, this skill it's a skill, so it can be learned very easily. So it is not a special ability as such that only few possess. It is, I mean, you can develop the skill with practice. Now, the human mind works in such a way that 95% of the time you are in a subconscious mode. So all the activities you do, like talk about brushing, taking shower, or sitting in a particular position, standing, walking, it's all subconsciously done. So you don't consciously think how you're going to put the feet to walk or how you're going to balance while sitting. It's managed by your body, and that's where the subconscious mind plays an important role. So 95% of your mind is governed by the subconscious mind. So that says that you are kind of conscious for only 5% of the time, or you're using only 5% of your brain consciously. Now, when I say 5% of the brain you use consciously, that means whatever you see or whatever you're looking at, there is 95% of the subconscious programming happening in your mind, and whatever you see, you're not looking at it consciously. So you don't take the right information, or you don't take all of the information needed. Let me explain you through an example. Now, tell me, what is the visible color of the grass? So the first thing in your mind comes in is it's green, right? So not even shades of green, it's just green. Now let's see the other example. What about the color of the grass in the evening? Now most of the time, if I ask you without showing you the image, you're going to say the grass is green. But in the evening time, if you see the image, it's not green, it's more towards orange color. But your mind registers it as green color because it is a kind of a subconscious response which you have learned in school. The grass is green, so the green is kind of a easy response coming out of your brain. But if you focus more on the grass different times of the day, you will see that the shade is changing. At least the visible whatever is visible to you has different colors than what your brain tells you. And let me show you another example to help you understand. Now, I have this portrait of an old man, right? So tell me the color of the teeth. What's the color of the teeth? In your mind, the first word comes in is white. The teeth are white. Now, I have shades of grays of the teeth. I've taken it using the Photoshop, and if you can see the first image, the brightest point in the first image is 15% gray. It's not white. And then if I talk about the teeth which are inside, they're getting darker. In the second image, the light source is on the different side, so the brightest point on the teeth is 35% gray. But if I ask you, what's the color of the teeth, by just look around you, and if you see someone smiling, the first thing you see that her or his teeth are white, but they are not white. That's a subconscious response which is stored in while you were learning about things when you were a kid. So if you want to do a great photorealism work, if you want to reach that level, you have to become conscious about what you see, and you have to develop the ability to grasp more details out of the given image. If you can see more, you can do more. If you can see things better, you can actually put that while tattooing. But if you're not able to see it, if you register like teeth as white, you might put white color in your tattoo, and then it doesn't look photorealistic, right? So let me clarify that how this information or whatever I said is relevant to tattoo art, and it's right here. So I'm going to show this image to you, the first image. So the left side one is done by me a few years ago, and the right one is done by some artist. Now he tried to copy my work, and I don't mind that unless they do a great job with it. But I see a huge difference between the two images. I mean, there's a difference of night and day, right? I'm sure that you agree on it. Now, if I see these two images, I can see that this artist who has done this work, he is not bad at tattooing skills. He is good at tattooing. He can do soft shades, he can do textures, he can doing a good color packing, he can pull off a good contrast, but there is a huge difference between the two images. So what is the part which is missing? For the fact that he is quite skillful in terms of tattoo art, why he could not pull off the portrait as I did? The reason is he could not absorb the information or extract the information needed from the reference. Nor he has taken enough information coming out of my portrait. He could not read it properly. So the image reading skill is weak in his case. So he needs to practice more and more on that part, and he can pull off the portrait like me. That's the only difference between two. The execution is not a problem. It's just he could not get all the information out of the reference image, and so he could not put it in the tattoo. Let's see another one. Check this out. The left one is mine, the right one is done by one of the artists, and again he is good at soft shading, he is good with color packing, he can pull off a good contrast, the size is good, most of the things are in place, right? But again, there is a difference of night and day. What's missing? The missing part is the image reading. He could not understand the color relation, the tonal relation between the white and grays to black. He could not retrieve or capture enough information out of the reference to put it in the tattoo, and so there's a huge difference. So image reading is the most important part when it comes to photorealism, because all the information you need is going to come out of the reference. So you have to put a lot of effort to read the image properly, and there is a process to do it, and I'll show you how I do it, but it is the most important part when it comes to photorealism. As I said, the good tattoo skills like these artists with poor image reading skills results in poor tattoo art. Now, as I mentioned earlier, image reading is a skill, and the skill can be developed with practice. So you can master a skill with, if you put enough hours and enough amount of energy into it, if you keep practicing, that the level of that skill is going to go up, and it is for everyone. That is my point. So the people are not like, it's not a special ability as such. It's not a superhero kind of thing. It's a skill. You can start from A, B, C, and then you keep developing it till you master it. The more you practice, the faster you will get it. Now I'm going to show you how I read the image and how I understand the tonal ratios, the colors, the color relation, what areas I see, how do I how does my mind processes the information coming off the reference. I'm going to take you on the Photoshop screen, and I'll show you what things I mark before I start any tattoo. So let's get into it.